So my first experience in the music business, getting treated like, certainly not my last. And so it would have been, mid to late 80s. And the manager, it was that time when Madonna was huge, and she used to dress like Madonna. Like she had that like a virgin time period.
The manager of the store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I was like initially just part-time, and, I'd work on Saturdays and work evenings and that kind of stuff. And then I started going to school, like music school.
Yeah.
And so one day she didn't like me because I was like a rock dude, right? It was like I was the antithesis of what she was into.
Yes.
And so one day I came in, like whatever day that I was supposed to come in, she was like, "Where were you on Saturday?" And I was like, "What do you mean, where was I on Saturday?" And she's like, you didn't show up for your shift. I said, "But I wasn't scheduled for the shift, right?" And she's like, "You're fired. Like, get out." And I was like heartbroken, right? I was just still a kid, right? So anyway, fast forward my career, I go into, I worked at Duke Street Records. I did radio promotion, sales, marketing.
Sorry, if it's a story, keep going. I'm going to come back to Duke Street, but keep going.
But so many years later, in my promo days, I used to work with like Slash and Guns N' Roses and Peter Gabriel and all those. Tragically Hip, I was a big part of working with those guys back in the day.
Yeah. But
Slash was, he was great, actually. He was amazing. So it was the Guns N' Roses and Slash's Snake Pit time period when he, the band kind of broke up and he did his own thing. But then also with Guns N' Roses. And he was kind of the guy that he would always send to town to do press and promo because Axl really wouldn't be very talkative or didn't want to do it. And so Slash's big thing was he loved the Brass Rail, which is a strip bar. I mean, he lived at the Brass Rail. So when he would come to town, that was part of my gig, was to take him there. So we're at the Brass Rail one night and, I'm paying for his whatever he's doing. And, of course, all the strippers are swarming around Slash. And there's this one that just keeps like being really chatty with me. And I'm thinking, this girl's a genius because she's trying to get to Slash through me.
Yes. Right? Yes.
And she's like, "Oh, you want to dance? You want to dance or whatever?" And I'm like, "No, I'm good. Thanks. I'm okay. I'm okay." She's like, Come on. So I'll dance for you free or whatever. And I'm like, all right, whatever. Right. So this was of course the 90s. This was not last week. So we're clear.
Just to clear up. Yes. Yeah.
And so she's dancing away. And then it just struck me. It was the girl from the record store.
I had a feeling that's where this was going.
Fired me. And I was like, what are the chances?
How many years later would that have been? Like 10, 15?
At least. Yeah. At least. Yeah. Probably 15 years later. Right. And so I just said to her, I said, "You know what? I'm sorry. I'm going to have to let you go. I'm going to have to fire you." She was just like, what? And she never got the joke. Of course, I didn't explain it.
She didn't recognize you.
It didn't matter to me. It was more important than I got the last line.
Yes, exactly.
He hates Simkin. I hate Simkin.